All right, family, welcome back again. So today we are having an amazing experience with our amazing guest, Metien Vlogs. Yeah, based and with a lot of experience from Germany. So today we will be discussing about scholarship opportunities and study opportunities available in Germany. First of all, welcome so much to our live stream over here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I hope it's going to be a very helpful session for your viewers. And yeah, let's talk about the scholarships and let people get the opportunities.
Yeah, also she's having her YouTube channel, so you can tell them a little bit about what you do on your channel prior to starting our session.
Okay, so my YouTube channel is called Metien Vlogs.
Yeah.
I am a couple, we are a couple living in France, but I share videos about scholarships and family related content. So basically, on scholarships, I did a scholarship in Germany and I like to share my experience and how people can get such scholarships. And on family, I've been married for the past 3 years, so I like to share just general family experiences.
All right, that's so great. So for us who are bachelors, not married yet, we can learn a little more, much more from from those
Yes,
content. All right,
yes,
so
absolutely.
her link will be provided on the decision box below as we finish the live stream. So you can try to reach her and go over there and subscribe, support her for the great content. So, if you are to share about the scholarship opportunity available in Germany, welcome. So, what are those which you see are available over there, and what specific, maybe even application time, you are to share with us?
So I'm going to highlight two very important and famous scholarship opportunities.
Okay.
One of them is called DAAD, DAAD, and the other one is called Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. So both of these are fully funded, which means they will pay for you all your expenses.
Yeah.
I mean, accommodation, the fees for the tuition, and everything. I did an Erasmus Mundus scholarship in Germany, and it is for masters. It goes for 2 years, and there are different courses they do offer for different courses in humanities, in sciences, in arts. And what happens every semester, you move to from one university to another. So about this scholarship, the application usually starts around at the end of the year, October, and then it
Yeah.
ends around February, March of the next year. But the timeline is not specific because it depends on the course and the school you're going to. They are offered in different schools. So if anyone is planning to make an application for Erasmus Mundus, make
Yes.
sure that you check out their link. Maybe you will provide for them the link in your description box so that they start checking it out in October all the way to January. But place your applications as early as possible so that you make it on time.
Okay.
Yes. The next scholarship is called DAAD.
No,
DAAD is also
sorry, before we move over there, let's finish first on
on
Erasmus Mundus.
Erasmus.
So,
Okay.
meaning you, when you wanna place your application, there are some of the criteria, or whenever you go to the link, there are some of the detail you need to fill over there, right?
Yes.
And is there any maybe CV requirement or any task here or any, I don't know how should I say, like
Yeah.
document which you should have prior to that time to prepare, because some document might be harder for someone to prepare maybe if the time is too short.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to give you just like the general, but you have to
Yeah.
understand that different universities have different requirements. So this list may be different a little bit, not so much different, but a little different. But
Okay.
some of the very important ones, and they always ask for them, is one, a motivation letter.
Okay.
So of course we are still far from October, but if you can start writing a motivation letter at this point, it's very important.
Okay.
We also have a CV, which depends. They might ask you to write your own CV, or they might ask you to just fill in a CV on their website. So
Okay.
usually you open a portal with their website and then you fill in details. They will ask you your personal details, your school. You will upload your degree from high school all the way to your if you've done any diploma, if you've done any studies, anything, even languages, they ask for that. They also ask for recommendation letters, and these are letters from your university and your workplace. So basically, you will approach your boss and let them write for you a recommendation letter, and you will attach it. The other thing, they need you to have a passport. We know that a passport is necessary for you to travel internationally. So before you apply, make sure that at this point, you start looking for a passport so that when that time comes, all these documents are ready. And then the other thing that is very important is the form I mentioned. You fill their forms. They will ask you even your address, how old you are, your gender, maybe a small statement, the reason why you want to go to that university. Yeah, I think those are kind of normal in general applications.
Those are basic. And you said about movement every semester. So meaning, do you move between different countries, or you can move between universities in the same country for
Both.
semesters?
So both of them, because you move in 4 different universities. These are 4 semesters and 4 different universities. So some of them are in the same country. Like for my case, 2 of my universities were in Germany, and then one was in Austria and one was in Netherlands. But you have to note that when you're making the application, you will only be making it to the first university, which is your main university.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and the cost for the movement and other stuffs, do they consider you away from the living costs because you move from different states, for example?
Yes, absolutely. So this is a very good opportunity because, like I said, it's fully funded and they make sure you have even transport. They even help you. Like, if you're coming from, say, a country that is not the same way Europe is, it can be hard for you to maneuver around. So when you get to the first university, once you finish, we have a coordinator who helps you to apply for a visa for the next university, and they even help with the movement. They give you the money, so you're able to plan yourself well in advance, and you travel as a group, your classmates together. So it's not something that you can be scared and say, I'll get lost, or not at all. Yes.
All right. So how about the DAAD scholarship, the applications, and a little bit in brief, the details?
Okay, so the DAAD scholarship is another one that is for master studies, but this one is just in Germany, and it does not involve moving like Erasmus. DAAD is simply you will apply to different university. I mean, you will apply to the main university that is offering the DAAD, and it's for different courses. But this one does not have a lot of variety of courses. They mostly want to deal with developmental courses. So you can look at something like land management, something like urban planning, things that are to do with development. And then when you apply, you will apply to the school that is offering this scholarship. And once they pick you, they forward your name to the DAAD organization. So it is a 2-step application process, and you have to be very careful, because if you make your application directly to the organization, it's disqualified. But you go with the step, you apply to the school. Once the school accepts you, they will forward you to the DAAD organization, and then the organization will contact you. So it is also a fully funded scholarship. They give you stipend every month. And this one is applicable for both masters and PhD. The advantage of DAAD is that it's applicable for both masters and PhD. Yes, and you can do your course in English or in German. It depends on the particular course. So if you are going to do your course in German, they will offer you a free German course for 6 months once you get to Germany. But if you are going to do the English option, they will ask you for an English certificate, which is part of the requirements as you apply.
Okay.
Yes.
And the living costs, briefly, like if for someone to live in Germany, if to take an average, how can it go, like monthly, maybe the rent or average, someone wants maybe to stay in a dorm or house, and minimum expenses to take roughly, maybe if you are to say the average.
So it really depends on the city. Something that you have to note is that the cities are so different. I will speak out of my own experience because my first city was Munich. Munich was very expensive when it comes to accommodation. Accommodation in Munich was around an average accommodation where you are sharing, let's say it's a house and then it has 3 rooms and you are sharing 3 students, you will have to pay around 800 euros. So 800 euros, imagine $800. Let's assume it's $800. But remember, the stipend is 1,000 euros. So you're remaining with only 200.
200.
But yes, but other cities like Vienna in Austria, the accommodation is around 300 euros. So you're able to save a lot more. But what I can tell you is that you will still be able to survive in a city like Munich because the government tries to standardize. If the accommodation is expensive, they give you free transport in the train, and then you are able to get free food, not free food, but like very affordable food places for students. And at the same time, the university will give you a certain amount of money when you start your semester, which is different from your stipend and different from your school fees. So it's important to know that the money that they provide for you as 1,000 euros it's a standard of 1,000 euros stipend for Erasmus will be able to help you manage your stay in whichever city. In other cities, you will save a lot of money and do your other things. In other cities, maybe it will just be enough and you save a little, but you survive. For DAAD, they give a stipend of 861 euros for masters and around 1,200 for a PhD. So these are currently the current amounts, but of course the economy changes and they can keep adjusting up and down. I'm just giving you the average figure. And this amount is still sufficient because for DAAD, they can help you to pay accommodation aside. If you have needs and you prove that I'm not able to pay this accommodation, they can pay for that. And if you're coming with a spouse, assume you're married and you're coming with your family and your spouse, they can also be able to support that. So on average, I can say as a student, you need 1,000 euros to survive a month, which will pay your accommodation and your food and your transport as well. Because for students, they have a student card for transport, or they have a subsidized. You can go for like a card that goes for the whole year or for the whole month, which is cheaper than paying transport daily.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
that was so informative. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For much more information, people should check you on your channel because I've seen a lot of information over there. And also, in case someone have some questions, you can still contact them, you can say, because it's managed by both. Yeah. So thank you so
Yes.
much for talking to me or for letting us share this information here.
You're most
have a-
welcome.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. Just to mention one last thing, I have made very clear videos about the DAAD and the Erasmus and even all these requirements. So if you want a longer discussion, definitely check out my channel and you'll be able to get this information. And of course, feel free to contact me as well.
Yeah,
And thank you for having me. It's kind of you.
Thank you too. All right, is our end of the live stream, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.